2, 1. Hey y'all,
Woo!
welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the YMC podcast. And I'm Essence.
And I'm Gary.
And I'm Jade.
And this is our guest.
Jade, not the little one.
YMC podcast.
I
You
am
making
Y.
changes.
All right, y'all. Now today's topic is about relationships, but we got different topics that goes into relationships. So
All for you today.
The first one is: should you water down your expectations or take your partner how they are?
How do you feel about that first topic?
Girl, you in the hot seat.
Well, I feel like you shouldn't water down your expectations. Now, I feel like your expectations should be realistic and it should match your lifestyle.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a very good one.
You can't, I understand you aim for more, but you can't be working at a McDonald's and expect someone to come drop in and then get you,
rescue you.
Berkey bag, Jimmy Choo, Bodega.
Living out of your means.
So I really feel like if your expectations should be realistic for your life. If you can supply that for yourself, then you should aim for that. Like,
But why do you think that the expectations is so unrealistic nowadays?
because social media, and the
That's
BBL
definitely one.
community.
Social media is.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say nothing negative to the BBL.
Right.
You bought your body. That's your body.
Right, understandable.
But I feel like everybody think that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's the goal. But
That's not a goal.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of people are just going off of social media and
Absolutely
thinking that that's their life. But half of these people that's doing that is not even having a good time themselves.
Exactly.
Visually.
People only see the bright stuff. They never see what they're going through with the dark stuff and the stress and the struggle. So people usually just mirror whatever they see on the internet and compare it to their own lives. And it doesn't make sense realistically.
It doesn't at all.
And some people can have their expectations be too high.
Yeah, facts.
They be wanting everything in one setting at one time.
But don't reciprocate the effort.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Reciprocating that effort and putting that equal input as your mate put in or your other. That should be a main thing. That should be a vital thing. But everybody done lost that. That able to stick around.
Right.
They don't really, because the thing is, it's like everybody wants. They don't really want to try, but then I can understand that because people are just going to the next broken person.
Exactly.
Person.
It's exhausting.
They attract broken people.
It's exhausting, though.
And then on top of that, they be broken themselves, and it's like, you have to get yourself together. If you can't love yourself and give yourself what you need, how can somebody else do it?
But some people
gotta know
be
yourself.
fiending for that from another person because they don't have it.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta know yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I can understand. I used to be in that point where I was like, the relationship goals, you had the little flip-a-gram.
We were all like that. We all wanted the relationship goals.
Like, that one song that
we all wanted it.
The Love Don't Change song.
Yo, they used to have me in my room like,
yo, I used to be so
why my love changed?
No, for real. Like, I'm in 7th grade, never really had a real relationship. Why am I sitting here like?
See, I had a relationship with my crushes in my head.
That
was the thing. That was the thing. I had a whole relationship.
And that's unrealistic expectations. That's another example, y'all. Make sure y'all check that off the box. That's another one.
Grams really had it, bro. Like, it was just because everything was like relationship goals. Yeah. And at some point, people still have that. It's not as much because everybody's just like. Everybody
has a victim mindset right now. That's what it is.
Nobody wants to take accountability.
It's reacting to trauma. That's the main thing. Like, it's really hurting people, and people aren't going through their healing processes. They're not learning themselves. They're not going about it proactively. They're just reacting, They're reacting to their own trauma that they haven't dealt with,
That part. God definitely seen firsthand if people straight reacting, not trying to take accountability, just delusion.
Dodging.
Delusion.
No, dodging accountability.
Or it's just
dodging.
like,
Facts.
I don't know, like, I just feel like when it comes down to it, when you have a set goal on, especially when you coming from a background where you never saw that in your household.
For
love,
sure.
Or just even a family
That plays a big
aspect.
part, too.
Or
That part.
a lot of people really want that because they never saw that in their household. But I feel like they shouldn't really worship that.
Facts.
Because at some point, you have to get yourself together. It's good to want those things to have a family, but if yourself not together, you can't just be out here marrying everybody. You have to watch how everybody moves, because people have morals. People have certain principles they want to go by.
Facts.
And it's like some people will strip for love or somebody they really like, but at the same time, it's like, like me, I'm coming from a certain background where it was like I didn't see that.
Right.
So it's like
Right.
when I'm growing up and I want things to go differently. I don't want to continue that generational curse.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So
I
you
want
had that
somebody
realization.
right. I want
Yeah.
that same thing in the person that I'm dating. Our views have to match up.
Yeah. Of
I'm not
course.
saying everything has to.
No, but it
Yeah,
should
yeah.
correspond
It
with
should
what your standard
correspond. It
is.
should be
Don't
on
warp
at
it.
least on the same page.
You never want to exactly. You never want to warp your standards, just like what you were saying, like watering it down for somebody else that's not in sync with you. That's just take you out of the place that you know, which
But
is
what
yourself.
if they are in sync with you?
Right.
Would you still water it down?
No, because if they don't, because
If
it's
they-
the thing. If they don't want to make themselves better, I'm not saying changing themselves, but if they're not willing to be like, maybe what I'm doing is wrong, or maybe people don't understand that. Like, I have standards. Like, I'm not getting married, I'm not having children until I know you're able to carry that.
For sure.
Like, I don't want to just get married to anybody.
Of
And you're
course.
telling me you can't handle certain stuff. I'm not saying you have to be 100. People go through stuff.
Yeah.
But it's got to be aligned in
You
some way.
gotta know if someone's good under pressure. like that's
Yeah.
like if you don't know
Right.
they're good under pressure, I'd have married somebody that's just like, oh, when everything hits the fan, they hit the fan too. They got out of there. You want
Splatter
somebody
everywhere.
that feels that, makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel safe, solid.
Yeah.
So I
Because
get
when
what
one
you're
is
saying.
down, you got to be up.
Yeah.
So, like, if they're not 100%, you got to kind of carry that. Like, a man and a woman, they both have their own responsibilities to keep the household in check.
For sure.
And if one's not holding up the deal, it's a conversation that needs to be had.
Absolutely.
But if they're not able to own up and able to
Accountability.
have accountability of, okay, this is going wrong.
Right.
Like, because I feel like a lot of people don't really want to try, but also people just realize, like, maybe this isn't for us. Maybe we made the wrong decision.
Because people get exhausted. I get that. And the exhaustion comes from those expectations. And those expectations and those... If people feel offended by certain expectations, even when y'all in sync, that'll end up making things...
Clock it. Eat that up.
That'll make things go left,
Right.
People... You got to understand what other people's standards are more than
Yeah.
just understanding your own.
Like, right.
Because that's what relationships is about, is conforming into something that can, go into a prior engagement, go into a marriage. That's what my grandparents say all the time. Like, relationships is not meant to be stayed in. They're supposed to be a transition into something stronger, So I think that's the problem with the modern generation now, unlike the old days where there wasn't as many options, but now there's mad options. So it's like people don't want to. If that don't fit my standard, it's good. There's 5 billion people left in the world.
Yeah, I feel, but there's no point if you're just going to keep running to the same person in the same situation.
Right.
And that's a lesson that you're just not learning, and it's going to keep coming to you because you won't learn. Like, it's one thing from someone that you're in love with, but someone that is willing to love you and understanding what love is. Love is not a feeling. Love is a whole different types of aspects into itself. It's deeper than just love.
Yeah.
You can love somebody and treat
effort.
them crazy because obviously people say they love you, but they cheat on you every day.
Yeah.
People don't understand it's more that goes into it. It's respect for yourself and respect for the other person. You can even see the way they treat other people around them, their mom, other women. That's
now,
why it's,
and those are red flags right there. It's
flags.
like people don't see that, and they only see it in hindsight. Like, dang, they disrespect their mama, their family. They ain't cool with nobody.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
and this is who you're with.
oh, you wonder why you just got cussed out?
Yeah, you wonder why you got cheated on.
Oh,
Red flags is just skipped. You know, it's all right.
It's the delusion of the red flags.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a lot
kind
of
of
delusion.
scary though because it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that's just really overlooked. They know they overlooking it. They straight know they
because they want
overlooking
that. They want to change that person. You can't change nobody.
change
Who don't want
nobody.
to change.
That's
People figure it out by either learning a lesson or they gonna keep going through it.
Facts.
Like, just like with a person that's an addict or anything like that, addicted to anything, they're not gonna stop until they're ready.
Yeah.
You can't make nobody stop doing no drug.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Yeah.
They need
They're
to
gonna get
want
caught
it
in
for
that cycle.
themselves. Like,
Yeah.
you sitting there trying to enable them and trying to help them, and then they steal your TV 3 times. At some point, you gotta
At some
stop
point,
them
you
in
just
the
gotta
house.
let
And
little cousin
listen,
Pookie
and people
go
don't-
right now.
but some people is like, you're enabling them, but it's not enabling when it's like you did everything you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Like, and it's like for a relationship, like
Yeah.
you can't keep stretching yourself out and then you're wearing yourself thin and then there's nothing left after and now you're traumatized.
Exactly.
Like, if somebody show you something once, okay, shame on them.
Yeah.
But if somebody show you something twice and you still don't get it, and that was just shame on you.
Exactly.
Okay, J. Cole.
Mhm.
Hold on.
But I'm just saying, like, J. Cole, hit me up, bro. But I'm just saying, like, it just really doesn't make sense. Like, if you have standards, you need to
Stand on them.
stand on it.
Facts.
Because if somebody get mad because you say, well, I don't want to have children before this, or if you're gonna be selling drugs or doing this, that, and the third, or just you not doing certain things in your life, they don't really, and they saying, well, we're not gonna go forward if you keep doing this. You can't get mad at that
You
because
can't. That's their
and it's not
expectations.
judging. It's them saying like, hey,
No, but that's what people will do. People will
right.
flip it on you. People will flip your expectations into
All the time.
dang, are
Yes.
you judging me?
no.
What do you
But
like,
if it's portraying
I thought
me,
you knew
my
who
body
I
about
was.
who? Oh, we not doing this. No. You adding me.
Yeah.
So that means I have a say so in this.
Yeah.
Like if you're
Absolutely.
saying a long term thing or this is for a lifetime, that means I have a say so on what goes on.
That's a fact.
What do you mean? This is my womb. You want to have a baby with me? You wanna,
Right.
my finger in marriage, like you're asking me. So I
Exactly.
just feel like if I have expectations, it's like you either fall, and it's nothing hard. Like I'm asking you simple stuff. I'm not asking you to give me a Birkin bag and take me to Dubai.
Just honor
And Cancun.
just honor your standards.
Yeah, it's just like if people flip it out on you and make it seem like you're the problem, then that shows you where they're at.
Exactly.
And it's not even something to get mad at. That's just let you know that you have to keep it moving.
Yeah. Don't stay stagnant on those kind of people. Like those are the type of people that's gonna try to catch you in a cycle and trying to make it seem like you're off you're off balance and you're off your game, but you know yourself and you're like, no, this isn't right. And when you come to them now, they're treating it like it's an argument. It's a victimization. It's an insult. It's another step into you're the one that's in the wrong.
Right.
And it could be them just being insecure about their life.
And it's absolutely that.
And
but
it is that.
if you're going to stay with them, you need to tell them what they're being insecure. And you need to establish that, although I'm telling you you're insecure, I'm comfortable with being with you even though you're like that. And I'm okay with you progressing
So that
and
goes
changing
into the
that.
next topic.
Yeah.
So, do you prefer when your partner is healed, they come to you healed?
Yeah.
Or what he just said.
Mm-hmm.
You stay 10 toes down with them.
Yeah.
You go through the journey with them. You know what I'm saying?
No, seriously. No, seriously.
because I see both sides.
Yeah, I see both sides
I
too.
literally
It's
see both sides.
Yeah. I feel like it all depends on it all depends on the situation.
And where you at in life.
And where you're at. Because I feel like if that person is willing to get it together, but you can tell who's actually just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get it together," than somebody who's just lagging around. Okay. People gotta grow up, and that's the thing. You have responsibilities now. Like, we're not getting younger. Like, if you gonna have that teenage mindset, then that's cool. But I just feel like I'm not building nobody up for somebody to just tear me down.
That's a fact.
Like that, and a lot of people, and not just men, women too. Like,
both sides of the coin.
Build them up, build this up, or whatever. People cling on to successful people and people that's already established to get to just do that. But I'm just like, it all depends.
That's what I was gonna ask you before you go into the depends. If you were at your most, dream moment, your dream goal, you got to that point, you got that bag, you got to your point in your life, and you're at that age where you want to do that, where would you go with that situation? Like, you've reached it, you've done it, and now you have that person, how would you see it personally? Would you want to stay with that, person and work through it? And that could have been the person that was with you since you were young, or since you were this age, or at this class, and now you're here. Or it can, just how would you deal with that?
I would see, because it all, like I said, it all depends on if they're actually trying. Like,
effort.
It's effort. Like, it can be someone that's either sitting down not doing nothing, because I wouldn't just stop dating somebody because I'm at this level, but I can help them get to where I am.
What if it's not equivalent to your timing?
Right.
What do you mean?
Because just like what you were saying that, like, time is a big thing. Like, you said, like, you dealing with these people, and you're building them up, you're doing this with them, and you're helping them, and then when they're up, they tear you down and leave. That there's a time in that. So what we're saying is, like, that's a valuing with time. So how, when that go against your value of time, like with that?
It would. But for me personally, I never judge nobody where they at, because I feel like if I'm somewhere, they should be there with me. And that's just my partake. Like, if I'm in this certain point of my life, you should be there too.
Respect.
It's not that
dragging you down,
and it's not dragging me down, or I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not dating him because he don't got this, that, and the third. Because somebody dated me and I didn't have a car, and he did a lot of things to help me, get my stuff, and I had and it's not like, oh, I was just using him for his. I got my car.
But you understand, a lot of people don't admit that. That's respect right there.
And that's what I'm saying. And it's like, and I'm not like no bad blood or anything like that, but it's just the simple thing of, like, when I needed a ride, he picked, like, he was there for me in those times.
The fact that you brought it
up,
but
then it's like, when I got my car, it was like, okay, you need me to come pick you up, or your car is somewhere, whatever the case may be. It's like, I didn't stay in that place.
Right.
He already knew my plan. Like, oh, I got my car. I'm just waiting on this. Like, he knew the plan. He knew my plan. Like, one thing about it, I don't want to sit in the same place.
Absolutely.
Like, I want to work on myself. I've been in a place where been poor when I was younger and not having certain stuff. So, like, now it's like, I want to have my stuff on the perfect timing, on God's timing. Like, so, like, when we were together, I didn't have no car, but when we still were together, I ended up getting that car. But people don't understand that. People want to just...
People don't understand.
It's not for them to understand.
Yeah.
People don't really want to
understand it. They ain't gonna understand.
People don't understand what you just did. That transaction of gratefulness and honoring someone's time, and you even speaking about that on here, it just shows, like, you were grateful for that person's time, whether you're with them now or not. You were still grateful for that, and you treasured that asset and then grew from it. Most people don't do that, though.
Yeah, and that's why
they destroy it. They
do. It's just like, at the end of the day, you can be with somebody who don't have a car and don't kind of have it figured out. Right. But are they moving towards
effort? Just like you said.
Right. Because
everything you say is consistent effort. Like, as long as you're showing that effort, as long as you're showing up for me, like, what more can I ask for? And I like that.
So we're gonna keep it like that. So my question is,
what's up?
When it comes to the timing, what if it's like taking them forever? Like the movie Acrimony, but Taraji, the husband, was taking forever. He was trying.
So she asked, what if the timing is taking forever, like the movie Acrimony?
I feel like at the end of the day, she wasn't wrong for. Now she was wrong for going crazy.
That whole. Wait, did you ask that? Are you asking if you're wrong or are you asking? That's a whole different segue, ain't it?
Wait. Listen. Because at some point, she wasn't wrong for going crazy, but the way she did it and like trying to kill people, it's like now you just put yourself in a messy situation because now you dead in the war.
Okay. She reacted from trauma. She reacted from trauma.
Listen, let me finish. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead, guess.
So, she was not wrong for feeling or wanting to leave.
Right.
She was not wrong for that.
No, for sure.
Because it did take long, but he literally, her whole house was about to go.
Yeah.
Her whole house, like she didn't even have her home no more. That was her mom home or something?
Yeah, rock bottom.
She didn't have that no more. That home was about to be gone. And
he gave a whole different woman her life. Like it was pretty.
That was the crazy part.
It was pretty.
And the thing about it, I felt like for him doing that and taking her home away, because she didn't have it no more. He should have gave her at least something, not everything, or he didn't have to take her back.
He did give her something,
like $20 million or something like
but
that.
just like what you said, people can't get that time back. Time is different. Time goes right with reacting to trauma because you can react from trauma, especially if you've been dealing with somebody for like 6-7 years and you trying to break this off. And I think what really made so much into set it up to where like we're caught up in this environment to where like we have no choice but to react. You feel me? And then they don't help our trauma. They exasperate it. They make it worse. They exaggerate it, or they give us this stereotype. When you put so much time in a person, and it's not just about the money. It's about love too. Like
think about it, like all your emotions going through. That's why it's
just like what we were going into is comparing the relationships.
But that's why
you're comparing the relationships.
But that's
when you're comparing relationships, right? If you help put in that time a person, you built them up, then they self-destruct what you got going on, then you go to someone else, and then you end up comparing relationships. That could make you go crazy, especially if the man is purposely doing all these different things that you said that you wanted from them. You're literally giving this person the dream that you wanted from them after putting so much into them.
Like they were
so
both
it's like
wrong.
It's setting it up to no matter what, how much you give that, person, time was put in, all this was put in.
Right. Because even if
I'm a loser.
When I tell you reacting is so vital.
Yeah.
One choice can really put you
proactive.
One choice can put you at one end, and that's why it's so important.
Don't be reactive.
Yeah.
Be proactive.
That's why it's important to really be like, because like you really need something to any type of piece of hope. Because if you don't, you can really crash out, and it can really change your whole life.
Say that again. Say it again.
And it might be a big one that you gotta like a big lesson.
Say it again.
From, bro.
Say it again.
Because like I felt like she was not wrong for feeling how the way she felt and leaving, but the way she handled it, she's dead in the water, floating. Like
reacting to your trauma.
I didn't want that for Tiny.
So I got another one.
Proacting would have took him to court.
No.
No. All right, next one.
To ask for more, of course.
Yeah, ask for more, for sure. That's proact.
Oh, I need more.
I need more.
I need
for every time, every year. Every month.
That part. So when it comes to second chances in a relationship.
Do we believe in that?
Do we believe? You said, do we believe in that?
Do we believe in that? Yes, let's hear it. Do you believe in second chances?
Sound like Oprah.
Second chances?
Do we believe in that, guys?
No, man, listen, for real, like, people, everybody's human, so everybody gonna mess up.
Everybody gonna make the mistakes.
So, I know sometimes it do depends on what that mistake is. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to growth, when it comes down to growth, as in people have to learn, right?
Ooh, growth is crazy.
What they're learning from? Because it all depends what they're learning from.
Seriously,
because they're not 3 years old. What?
I get it.
Nah, I get it.
I feel like no. If I was married, it's different because it's more when you're married. There's more that goes into it. If we're in a relationship, I'm not giving nobody no more second chances.
So listen,
no more second chances.
I don't want to hear it.
No excuse.
So y'all telling me y'all never been in a relationship where y'all gave a person another chance?
I did, but that's what I'm saying. No more.
So you can't say you don't believe in second chances. I
don't believe it anymore.
Wait. Time out.
Anymore. I gave somebody a second chance, and I learned my lessons. No more, especially when it comes to cheating, because it's like I don't get the point of it's wrong, but you did it anyway. You can't give nobody a second chance if they decided to go out of that relationship.
You gave that person a second chance.
Who?
You just said
this is an ex. I'm not with this person no more. So obviously I'm a chance.
Obviously
person. I'm the Lord's
and
child.
obviously it's not a second chance if you're not with them.
Exactly. It's like after that, that's where I really realized especially coming to dating, if you was able, like, we're not married, so you decided. And first of all, I don't care with nothing. I always leave that open communication. If you feel like this not for you, or you feel something, or whatever the case may be, whatever it could be, I don't know.
Leave.
You can tell me what it is so we can talk about it. Nobody ever wanted to do that communication. Even when you leave the communication out there, and they don't care until they get caught, and then now they crying and sobbing and snot running down their nose. Why are you crying? I'm supposed to be crying. Why are you crying? Okay. I'm just saying I don't believe in that anymore because you know what you're supposed to be doing. Loyal, why are you not? And if you talk about, well, I don't know what you're doing, you're hurt, you're insecure, goodbye.
But second chances,
it's not just that though.
It's not just cheating.
Right.
It's not. Other things,
chances.
but this is what I'm saying. It's deeper than that. Cheating, I don't allow none of that. Now,
it's not living up to standard.
If we're arguing or something, I don't get second chances when you call me on my name either.
Oh, yeah.
You don't do that around.
That's respect to yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
because if they do it once, they do it again. If they can really cuss you out like that, they'll put their hands on you. I don't care what nobody say. Right. You can keep that to yourself because if you can get that angry where you can call me all types of names, like really just go off.
Respect. Yeah.
Like I'm not even saying S.
You don't gotta say it.
Like all that other stuff. But if you calling out my name, like B,
right, we get it.
Like, we get it. All that, I'm just like, oh, we don't do that around here. I don't care.
So you gotta respect yourself enough.
You do because they'll do it again. I'm telling you.
And that should just be a part of your standard. Just like respect yourself enough. If they can come
out of their name and talk to you and like literally deliberately talking at you like that, no. But it all depends on
what's another one of your no's? Like an expectation.
Dang. If it's not cheating, if it's not cussing at me and stuff, being.
How about your standard?
Being nasty. Cause I dated all different sizes, so like you just gotta be clean.
Hygiene.
You got it. Like you can be a big dude and be clean and not stink. Like that. You can be.
That goes a part of taking care of yourself. If you don't even got good hygiene, I know you're not taking good care of yourself.
And you got some inner stuff that's going on with you that needs to be.
That needs to be. That's
Yeah.
How about you, Esses? What's a no for you?
Probably trying to play me in my face. Like deliberately trying to play.
Like right on purpose.
Yeah.
Like intentionally
especially
trying
when you know that I'm not a dumb one out here.
Right.
For real. Like probably
that's
a pet peeve for real.
Like somebody intentionally lying to you and trying to play you for a fool. Like someone that's playing those games with you.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Like this relationship game is already socially exhausted. Emotionally exhausted, spiritually exhausted, especially with comparing media to it.
Oh yeah. Another note: if you come to me, you ask me for my Facebook, I'm not gonna want to date you.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm at an age. Don't ask me for no social media. I already know. We got phones now.
It's for the adult crowd right here. Do not ask for social media.
Feel like if you
That's
come up
just
to me,
not
you got a
good.
Facebook.
It's a red flag.
I don't know. I just feel like asking all that is already showing me like,
That's where your mind at.
I don't even be on Facebook anymore. That whole place is toxic. So I just feel like you ask me for my Facebook, I'm not on there.
Yeah, those people. Oh, that's a good one. So that media takes like a certain standard with you too. Like if you're on a certain media account, like Twitter.
Well, I'm not about to be. I'm not about to
IG.
be like the person that's like, oh, if you always on it or whatever the case may be, because you do whatever you want to do.
No, at the end of the day, your standard though.
Right, but like if I'm gonna find out what I'm gonna find out eventually.
Right.
I'm like that. My intuition and God gonna let me know. So
That's
I honestly don't care. Whatever goes behind closed doors, I'm probably gonna figure it out.
I ain't gonna lie, it be the Facebook comedians. It be them. I'm gonna be real.
It's exhausting. But that's how you know.
I literally dated a Facebook comedian. Like, for real.
What they talk about? What they talk about?
Not a Facebook comedian.
What they talk about?
This just, it ain't make me laugh. It ain't make me laugh. I literally dated 2 Facebook comedians. I'm gonna be real. When I tell you...
2?
2. 2?
Ooh.
When I tell you, I literally broke up with them because of that. Because no way you really giving all your time and attention
to
on
social media.
And you barely
that is another one.
Because you want to make
another one.
Hee hee ha ha. Make me hee hee ha ha.
Because one thing I do is like I take it for what it is. You show me exactly who you are, and I take you for exactly what you are. Like I try to go in open minded, especially after my last relationship. I don't want to take nothing with me. Right. I'm not taking none of that trauma, whatever. Absolutely. I try to dim that down because it's just gonna make everything. It's just gonna make me get a stomach ache. Actually, exactly. All that anxiety, I don't got time for.
I want to go into this relationship with the same mental and emotional capacity that I came in with.
I don't want to leave drained.
Yeah, because you gotta let it go. Yeah. You gotta let it go.
As long as I leave the lesson that makes me better.
Absolutely.
I'll take that. Because every ex has been a lesson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, every ex.
Absolutely. I just don't want to be a person lesson because I don't want to be that lesson that somebody learns.
Because what I did,
I don't want to be that. Oh, I should have treated that person better. No, right. I don't want to. I don't want to
be a victim anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to be your. Oh, I should have. Nah.
I don't care.
We're too up for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm about to be 24. Like I do not. We do not care.
That's a fact.
We do not care.
I'm 26. Ain't nothing to fix.
Bro, ain't nothing to fix.
It's always something to fix, y'all. Don't listen to me. I'm trolling.
But y'all, that was today's episode.
And thank you for meeting our guest. Shout out to our guest. So smart, intelligent, nice young woman.
AKA Jade.
Yes.
Yeah, big one.
Youth making changes. Shout it out. Hoo-dee-hoo. Yeah.
Yo, so whoever want to be a guest, like I said, hit us, inbox us. We will hit y'all back.
Just let me know.
Just let us know.
Facebook, IG, hit me. I can lock y'all in.
That's right.
Hit the E. Let us know.
Let us know.
Youth Making Changes podcast, y'all.
And
thank you.